Hi, this is Jackie, keeping it real, or rather, keeping it real with Jackie. But this is part two to keeping it real with myself. Since my breakdown, I've noticed that I'm more withdrawing, and I just sit outside and I stare at the sky. My nerves are bad, where sometimes my hands and my, legs shake, and sometimes I get headaches from the stress to where I feel like my head is full. And I have my days where it's hard to get out of bed. Sometimes people don't know how hard it is when you've had a mental breakdown, how hard it is to put one foot in front of the other each day. It can be hard when you try not to cry. It's like you're doing everything in your power not to cry, and you're so depressed, but you don't know what to do about it. You don't know how you should act. It's like you don't know how to be normal, what normal is anymore. When you sleep, all you dream about is your childhood home, which I've been dreaming about a lot, which is crazy because that's the one place I always wanted to get out of when I was growing up. I hated living in my house in Childhurst. Sometimes I would sit there and think maybe I'm adopted. you know? Why is my family so dysfunctional? Why are they so loud and opinionated? And why is my family so not together? Why do they not laugh anymore? Sometimes I think maybe it's because our parents are divorced. But I think what it was even before the divorce, there was this glass shield that was held up, like it was the glass. Like our house was glass, and it was shattered by all of the things that happened in the house. That it was a facade. We weren't as happy as people thought we were. We were a family. We were going to church and family dinners every Sunday, going to family functions. But I don't think our house was ever happy. Genuinely happy. On the weekends we would spend with my dad. He used to take us out every weekend to visit family, and I used to be like, oh wow, that's so cool. But I think it was more or less his escape. Rather than be home, he'd rather run free, and it became the new norm. I don't know how my parents survived the 15 years, because at the end of the day, I don't think they ever loved each other. And that's a hard pill for any child to swallow. I think they were just two human beings who just lived together like roommates. I think at some point they cared about each other, but I think the marriage ended a while after them getting married. But I can say a lot about my family, but my family, when one of us falls, we gather around you like a lion's den, and we'll defend each other to the end. And that's where our true strength comes from having that protective shield around each other. We come together for each other at the most opportune moments. We could be severely mad at each other. That's what I used to love about my family. We could be arguing, calling each other bitches and hoes and F you and and fight like we were strangers. But at the end of it, when the dust cleared, we could all be sitting there watching the movie, laughing together, like nothing ever happened. And that's what I always used to find odd about my family, but it became our family dynamic, where it's, if you fight, you fight. But at the end of the day, we're all we have. And I think that's attributes to how our parents raised us, to be there if we need each other. If we need that sibling, we better be there. And I will say that about my parents. They're two strong people. And I noticed that it's hard for them to say I love you. Like, it's like I could say I love you, and it's like I'll get a thank you, you know, from my dad, or I'll talk to you later. And same with my mom at times. But I noticed during my breakdown is when I heard I love you the most. And it's at times when I was contemplating suicide. If I'm going to keep it real, I'm going to keep it 100. There would pull me off the ledge. They held me up when I was falling. They pulled me off that ledge and loved me. And my family rallied around me. And I'm thankful for them for that, because some families don't see the signs. They don't see it until it's too late. And they saw that I was falling off the cliff. And they showed me that they do care, and that I'm not alone on that cliff. And they'll always pull me back from that ledge. Now, I can't blame anyone for my breakdown, because that's something I have to deal with, and I'm not ashamed of. But if you are in that bad place, that dark place, it's like you feel so alone, and you feel so many things going on in this brain. It's like it's hard to pull yourself out of your head. Even though people are telling you so many things, it's hard to pull yourself out of that head. And sometimes when I have bad days, I need my best friend. And sometimes I pray to God for him to be there. But I know he can't always be there. But I'm glad I have some form of support system, because that's always a good thing to have. Trust who your family is to you. Trust them, because family is very important. It always has been important to me. And one thing I always loved about my best friend was he was about family, and he always cared about my family, and I miss that at times. And I miss me. I miss me laughing. I miss the laughter just because. I miss Jackie, and I feel like I lost her along the way. I'm trying to find her, but she's still lost. And I'm fighting every day to not be in my head, to not be alone. And even it's going to take time, but I know that at the end of the day I'm strong enough to pull myself from that ledge. And I need to be strong not only for my family, I need to be strong for myself, because I do matter. And I have to keep it real with myself that I'm important too. No matter who sees it, I'm important. I'm important in this world. And I'm a good person inside and out. No matter what my flaws, I'm a human being. And I believe in God. And I know there's a reason God keeps me here. So, thank you for listening.